What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Air Joey coming back at you with another video, and as you can see in the title, today we're going to be unboxing a collaboration with Bape and XO. XO being the Weeknd's brand, the artist if you don't know who that is. And it comes in the form of a shoe called the Bape Sta, which is very reminiscent of an Air Force One. It's actually kind of like a remix of Air Force One. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Cool little backstory with Bape Stas in general is back in 2008 when I first started getting into sneakers and stuff, I know that I was interested in shoes. This is around the time where, you know, Soulja Boy was popping off and he kind of made the Bapes cool. And I know that there was a website that was actually selling Bapes for like 90 bucks. It was a bootleg website. I feel like everyone checked it out because Bapes were hot at the time. And I'm just glad that I didn't actually end up asking my parents to buy me a pair because those were obviously fugazi. I feel like a lot of people have probably tried looking at Bapes around that time era. I can't be the only one, but this is actually my first pair of Bapes. So coming full circle 12 years later, this will be an interesting unboxing for me. I've never really stepped out of buying Nikes for the most part, with the exception of Yeezys for Adidas. But yeah, let's check it out. So here's the box. Zoom in a little bit just to see the details. Bape shall never kill ape. Busy works. Again, never really had a pair of Bapes before, so this is all brand new to me. We'll show you the label. Foot soldier. Not really sure what that means. I'm sure a lot of Bape heads are gonna get on me about that, but that's all good. I think it's just the box type. Here's the tag itself, a bathing ape. You got your item number, which I believe is similar to a SKU. We got the currency here. Price point, it says 25,000 yen, but I'm gonna let you know that that translates to apparently around $350 in US money, which is what I paid for these. Pretty expensive. We weren't really given a heads up, and I'll kind of go into the release details of how that worked as well. So I think that covers it for the box. In case you want to see the other sides, not really missing out on anything. Bape logo on that end, blah blah blah. Before I open these up, I do want to go over how they're released. They're released on the Bape US website on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. sharp. As soon as they're released, they did sell out within 5 minutes, both colorways being the black and then the white, this pair being the white. And then shortly after, around 8:10 a.m., they're released on the Weeknd's website, where the Weeknd shop is at, and they sold out in about 30 minutes or so. And I was kind of just looking at the black pair sell out first and then the white pair second. Me personally, I think the white pair is a lot better than the black, but that's just my own personal opinion. I think they also released in stores, according to what I watched on YouTube for the other two reviews that are up online. Apparently these shoes aren't that popular yet. Apparently the stock was pretty low at the stores, so I just wanted to call that out. Only a couple pairs each size, but let's get this thing unboxed. My first look at the shoe. It's all wrapped up in this paper. Here we are. We have the Bape Sta low. I think they only make lows. I'm not really sure. In the XO colorway, in the collaboration with the Weeknd. This one specifically being the white one. Again, I did sleep on the black pair, but I'm not really tripping about that. So there's a first look at that. Just get you some quick shots. The best way I could describe this shoe is it's like an Air Force One, kind of like I mentioned earlier, except it has the width of a Nike SB Dunk Low. Not too bad though. And then I know we're gonna have some issues with the color picking up on the camera. Just know that this green at this angle is the most accurate. Obviously this is a little bit more washed because the light is hitting it, but yeah, that's what they're looking like. So let's go ahead and get one of these out of the way. Cool, so it's a pretty self-explanatory shoe. We got the Bape Sta sole. We'll get a quick zoom in of that in case you want to check that out. We got the midsole here. Again, it looks just like an Air Force One for the most part. And there is a pretty interesting video online talking about why Bape was able to get away with making a shoe that looks just like an Air Force One. So I'll try to put that link in the description in case you want to check that out. Here's what the upper is looking like. Again, pretty wide. That green, I wanted to say swoosh for a bit. That green Bape Sta star standing right out. XO branding there on the heel counter. That Bape Sta star right there on the medial side as well. We got some XO branding here on the Dubre for the laces. It's almost like a patent leather like material. I believe I saw somebody online who, you know, again, there's only a couple videos posted, say that this shoe has like an enamel coating or something like that. Not really sure. Again, I haven't owned any Bapes before. We got Bape XO on the tongue. Hopefully you can see that. So overall, there's just 2 hits of the Weeknd branding. We got the XO on the tongue, and we got one on the heel counter. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a 3rd piece of branding here. Let me pull this out. Here's what the insole looks like. That neon green. And you know what? I really like neon green. I think that's like the color I associate with the Weeknd. Ever since the Kissland album dropped, which by the way is a very underrated album, but I understand why it's not mainstream compared to others. Here's what the strobe looks like in case you were wondering. Got the size 10 written down on there. We also have the tag, which I think honestly is going to be impossible to get a shot of, but just know it's in there. Just know it's in there. And we got some font underneath the tongue here. I'll just read it for you because it's hard to get a shot of it. A bathing ape and Bape Sta are trademarks and your guarantee of quality. We are constantly improving and updating our products. We are dedicated to delivering quality products. That's kind of redundant. Anyways, let's go ahead and put this back. The shoes do come with an extra set of green laces to match the branding on the tongue. The Bape Sta logos on the lateral and medial side. The XO label, and the insole. Also on the left shoe, I want to give you a quick shot of the tag. Here it says attention. I'll get that zoom in action going as always. If you want to look at that, there it is. Go ahead and pause the screen. I'm going to give you a quick comparison of the Air Force One side by side. Very convenient. I just got these in yesterday. I just got these in today, so we'll be able to give you that comparison. Again, I don't know if you've seen the other video. Go ahead and check this one out. It's already uploaded of me reviewing this Stussy Air Force One, but I have not owned a pair of Air Force Ones in a minute as well. Both of these are investment pieces, so I will say that. This one doing a lot better than this one at the moment, but it's all good. If you want to know the pricing of what these are going for on StockX, either of these, they're always in the description of my videos, so be sure to check that out as well. But width-wise, you can see a clear difference. These are the same exact size, size 10. This one being a lot more narrow, this one being a lot more wide. Laces, I am not really rocking with these laces, man. They're kind of fat and I'm not gonna lie, they kind of remind me of some Hurricanes that I owned back in the day. If you know what those are, you know, shout out to the game. But damn, what happened to the game? That's a good question. But yeah, that's what those are looking like compared to these just standard Nike laces. I'm not gonna lie, if you know me in person, you know that I have a pretty big bias when it comes to Nike versus any other companies. Here's a quick comparison of the outsole. I just brought out the opposite shoe just to compare, make it a little bit easier, but here's what it looks like from the lateral side. It's very, very similar, obviously. You got the medial side here. Top of the shoe. Quick zoom in of the toe box area, just so you can see the width difference. Much wider. Much more narrow. Quick shot of the heel counters on both. The Air Force One actually being slightly higher. I guess that's a detail worth calling out. And that's the comparison for that. So let me get this Air Force out the way. So obviously this shoe retailed again at $350 on the Bape US website and the Weeknd XO store. I was expecting on making a little bit of money off of it, and I still am optimistic about it because I will say it seems like Bape is making a comeback. I'm starting to see a lot more collaborations come out the works. So I think Bape will eventually, at some point, blow up. I think this collaboration with XO is pretty dope in general. I think purchasing anything that the Weeknd drops is a good investment most of the time. Especially seeing how, you know, like collaboration stuff with artists does really well in the marketplace. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time though. Obviously the Weeknd doesn't have as much influence as Travis Scott does when it comes to collaborations and value rising and those types of things. But I think over time people will pick up on it. And that's why I think this is a good investment. So basically what I'm trying to say is Bape is coming up. I've seen them do a collaboration with Reebok. They did the collaboration with the Weeknd. I saw them gift a pair of shoes to John Mayer. I'm telling you, they're up to something. They're up to something. Cool. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you disliked it, go ahead and hit the dislike button. It does not really matter to me. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I have been getting a couple shoes in the mail lately, so I'm definitely going to plan on making reviews for those. We got another one coming up here shortly, so definitely stay tuned. Hopefully you like this in-depth look of the Bape Sta XO collaboration. And if you're planning on buying the shoes, you know, as you already know, they're worth a pretty penny. Just retail alone. They're not really reselling for anything, but just that $350 price point is pretty expensive. So hopefully this will help influence your decision on that and make things easier for you. If you want to see what the shoes look like online, I'm just glad I was able to give you that detailed look. Other than that, it's been your boy Air Joey. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and peace out.